Hello, hello, hello. Of course, it's me again. Um, I received a call from my daughter today, and she asked me, she was like, "Mama, what you gonna talk about on your podcast today?" First thing flew out of my mouth was coward. Yeah, I said it. Let's talk about men and how they be cowarding out. You know, a lot of times they don't want to talk about feelings. And I think it's unfair that we listen to all their feelings and they don't want to talk about their feelings. I mean, our feelings. They just try to get around it at all costs. Sweep it under the rug, throw it under a bush, just anything to get rid of it. But the funny part about it is that they do that so much until let me take off my glasses until by the time it's too late to even resolve anything because all you've been doing is sweeping it under the rug, um, which is crazy. um, I'm a little busy because I am printing off paperwork that I need my parents and stuff to fill out. Um, and that needs to go in folders and stuff like that. But it, so that's what I'm saying because sometimes I'm not looking at myself. So I don't know what I look like, and I hope I'm looking okay. But if not, so be it. I'm me. Um, print off about 35 of those because I've been really busy enrolling people. Um, so basically, all that I'm saying is that sometimes, guys, you have to talk about it. It's just, you can't keep sweeping it under the rug. You know, you can't keep just ignoring it. We have feelings. So what? Um, my dude told me, you're just being too emotional. Lamest excuse to get out of talking about something. Yeah, I'm emotional. I'm emotional because you're making me emotional. And that's all to it. There is no other reason for me to be emotional. If I feel like you're not hearing me, if I feel like you're not caring about it, and you're just going to keep doing the same thing over and over and over again, no matter how many times I say it, of course, I am going to be emotional. Why can't I get that form? Um, so I don't know what you want me to do about it. I just don't. You know, I'm emotional. I'm me. And if you don't like it, I guess you did the best thing for you was to walk away like a coward. You know, you just didn't want to talk about things and air it. It's just air it out. You know, um, I don't know. I'm not gonna backlash him, bash him up, none of that because that's not my character. I am strong black woman, a loving one. I help people, and that's what I do. I help people, and I'm always help people. Gotta get my water. Yeah, I'm gonna always help people. Um, but let's not. That's neither here or there. We got good news on the horizon. I landed my first two nanny jobs. So the nanny project is taking off. Of course, I have my ex to thank for it because had he not did what he did, they probably wouldn't have took off because I probably wouldn't have been working on them so hard. And that's basically, y'all, what I've been doing to get through this heartbreak. I've been generating income. You know, what can help a bad heartbreak? Let me tell you, money. Lots and lots of money. And I've been generating income like crazy. And now what I'm finna do is I'm finna pass it down to my parents because one of the other businesses that I want to start a business for my parents where they can get help paying their rent, paying their bills, and all that good stuff. You know, like the 411. Is it 411 or is it 311? One of the two. Um, where we help pay people bills. But my catch will be it will only be for my parents. That way I can make sure that I always have the resources to help them. And then another thing that I want to start is I want to start a food pantry. And I'm not talking about a food pantry um, that serve all that nasty food. I wanna teach people how to cook the food like I cook it, cause I can cook, and I want to put it out there for people to people to come in and get a good meal. And I do want to incorporate. I haven't talked to them about it, but I do want to incorporate it and see if his mama and his auntie want to help because I love his auntie's cooking and his mama's cooking. And his dad can barbecue, boy, look. But those, I mean, they can cook. They can cook. So I want to incorporate all that into this food pantry. I haven't talked to them about it, but I'm going to talk to them about it pretty soon and see what they think. And, if they can donate, you know, time out of one day to cook up enough food and we package seal it and freeze it so that we can have it to serve um, for the home for the homeless and mostly for my parents when they don't have anything to feed their kids. um, it's a pantry slash food kitchen is what it is. So the pantry will be mainly for my parents that they can come in and get food when they don't have food, um, when they're kind of on the short end. And then the food kitchen will be open up to all the homeless people, and not necessarily homeless people. You're hungry, come get a meal. You know, because you don't have to be homeless to be broke with no money to feed, to feed your family. So that's one of the things I want to do. Um, I just been liking the way my life is going. I did my first workout with my personal trainer. That I did do. When I tell y'all this man worked me out in that 30 minutes, had me feeling like I've been um, using this that he bought me, had me feeling like I've been working out for 3 hours. Well, I'm telling you, whew. And I just tried to stand up because at first I was like, okay, I worked out. I'm not even sore. or whatever else. I'm thinking I done got away with something. But I just tried to stand up, and boy, my legs is hurting. But I'm not finna let that stop me. Um, hey Siri. Hey Siri. She only answer when she wants to, y'all. I swear. Hey Siri.
Hmm?
What's the temperature outside?
It's about 85 degrees outside.
Okay, it's 85. Dang, it's almost 12 p.m. I mean 12 a.m. And it's 85. I can't go walk. Oh God, it's been too hot for me to walk. So basically what I'm finna do is I'm finna go get on the squat machine, and then I'm gonna do some aerobic exercises for about an hour. And then I'm gonna lay down and go to bed because I got a big day tomorrow. I'm meeting with some people on another building for my dispensary. Yes, I'm gonna open up a dispensary. Um, don't knock me. I know I'm a child care provider, but at the same time, I gotta make the money. And I'm telling you, it's a dispensary by where I live, and when I say they be clocking, I can't even count their money. They be clocking so hard. So I want to get in on it. I don't smoke weed, so I think it would do me good because, you know, what the drug dealers say, don't get high off your own supply. So I don't smoke it, so I won't be tempted to go in it. None of that. Um, I thought it was a little earlier than this. I thought I was gonna be able to get a couple of menus done and some other stuff. I got the applications done, but I thought I was gonna be able to get a whole lot more done, and I'm not. Oh God, I gotta send this man this stuff. Um, but back to. I just want. Let me just break down everything that I really want for real, for real. I just want a guy that is gonna take the time out to be honest about everything. Um, just about everything. Don't try to sugarcoat nothing. Don't try to act like it's not what it is. Um, because if it is, then just be honest. Give me the opportunity to say, hey, I don't want to deal with that. Or give me the opportunity to say, no. You know, if you married, say you married. It's so wrong to be married and not tell somebody you married, and then you got them in a whole bunch of mess. So I just would like for a guy to just know. Basically, I would just like for a guy just not to lie. Just not. You know, the guys that I'm meeting right now, they're all lying. And you can tell they're lying. And I'm so sick of them lying. You telling a lie is not gonna make me talk to you. Because eventually it's gonna come to the light, you know? what might make me talk to you if you tell me the truth, and it's something that I can deal with. But most of the stuff I can't deal with. I can't deal with a married man. Um, I don't want my soul going to hell. I'm sorry, but I just don't. I mean, that's like that's here we go with the man leading you to hell. That's what I'm talking about right there. You know, like I don't want that. I want a man that's gonna be honest and forthcoming and tell me the truth and be like, this is what it is. Um, if you got a baby on the way, say that. Let me know that I'm gonna have to deal with an infant child and a baby mama. Don't not tell me and then boom. Once I fall in love with you, there it is. You know, because I'm still gonna make a choice on whether I want to deal with it or not. It's just gonna be a painful choice, which could have been avoided in the beginning, where you don't allow my feelings to get hurt. My thing when I meet a guy right now, what I ask him is, "Will you protect my heart?" And that's the most important question for me. Is will you protect my heart? It's not will you cheat on me, will you do this, will you do that? And I'm gonna tell you why it's not none of those things for me. Because a man that will protect your heart is not gonna do those things anyway because he knows it's gonna hurt your heart. So basically he's telling you, because when you ask that question, lo and behold, he's gonna pause for a second because he's not going to know how to take that question, because that is a powerful question. You know, that right there is letting him know that these are the things that will hurt your heart. It's actually making him think about the things that will hurt your heart. Now, I'm going to be honest. I've asked a few guys this question, and every last one of them paused. Not only did they pause, they thought about it, you know? And some of them even said, I can't make you that promise. Some of them even said, no. But the truth of the matter, it makes a man think, okay? When you ask that man, will you protect my heart? You letting them know all the things that could possibly hurt your heart. That means, will you cheat on me? Will you lie to me? Will you deceive me? Will you talk about me behind my back? Will you do XYZ? Just anything that's gonna hurt my heart, you know? And like I said, for the most part of them, they'll be honest because it's in the beginning and it's a big question. It really is, you know. Um, and then the second question I asked them, will you be a coward? Because that also makes them think, you know. It makes them think about, okay, if she asks me a question, am I going to tell her the truth or am I going to cower my way out of it? If she catch me doing something, am I going to just walk away or am I going to sit down and talk to her about it? You know, it makes them think about all the stuff that they could possibly do, and that's the best way to do it, ladies. It really is. um I did an interview today on a young lady, and she was so amazing. She was. She's the equivalent to the workers that I want to see in my childcare. So without her paperwork being back yet, I went on and hired her, but I can't start working her until the letter comes back that approves her for childcare. But at the same time, what made me hire her is because she came into the interview. She told me, she was like, I didn't think I was gonna make it on time because my orientation at my other job was taking a little bit longer. So I immediately asked her, I was like, so you're gonna work two jobs? And she goes, yes, I have to because I want to get back up on my feet. So I asked her, because I'm curious, um, what got you off your feet? That was one of the questions of the interview. She paused for a little bit and she told me, she was like, you know, my husband took care of me for 11 years. She said he was diagnosed with cancer a few months ago. Now, they didn't burn through their savings trying to sustain, you know, and it's gonna make me cry, y'all, because it's a heartwarming story. Um, and she was like, he took care of me for 11 years, so why I can't do the same for him, you know? So that let me know that this man, he can't work in the profession that he paid X amount of dollars to be in to take care of his family. Number two, it lets me know that this man did whatever he could for her, you know, as far as taking care of them and their children. He was a real stand up type of guy. Now, don't get me wrong, we have some of our black men that are out there that are like that, but for the most part, we don't. And part of the reason is because society then already labeled them, then already talked about what they're going to do and how they're going to be, and they just fall suit. But we have some that will not fall suit, and they do what they can for their families. One thing that I loved about my ex guy is his children, they always came first. I love that about him. He thought it got on my nerves, but it didn't, you know, because any man that puts their children first is a good guy. Because there's so many men out there that don't, you know? There's so many men out there that have other men raising their children. And then they want to get mad because their children don't know them. But that's their own fault because you had a choice whether you or the mama are together or what. You still got a choice to be in those kids' life. Now, if she's not allowing you to be in their life, you still got a choice. You can take her to court. Those are your children. You love your children. You want to be in your children's life. You fight for them, and that's just the bottom line. If you don't want to fight for them, then how can you be mad? And that's my thing. Um, it's so many ways that black men can step up and not be a coward, and they won't. If, like I was talking about the other day, if you have a black powerful woman in your corner, why not utilize her? Why not let her help you get to the point where you need to be? And y'all be out there getting this money together. um, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for partnership. I'm not taking anything less right now. um, I don't want no one night stands. I don't want no booty calls. I don't want no dick on the side. I don't want none of that. Number one, I'm too old for that. Number two, it's just not worth it. There's a such thing out there called AIDS and gonorrhea and a whole bunch of other stuff, and then a whole bunch of other stuff we probably don't even know about. You know, how many times have you heard about a new disease? Oh wow, just hit the market. You know, like right now there's so many strands of COVID till it's not even funny, and they just keep adding more and more and more. But I'm just saying, I just don't want it. Sleeping with a lot of people is nasty. And then sleeping with somebody on occasion and you don't see that person every day. That person goes out and sleep with Mary Jane Sue, and Mary Jane Sue then slept with Alex Paul John, and Paul Alex John that slept with Demetrius. Nah, yep, it can be some Demetrius, because most people are bi these days. But what I'm saying is, you sleep with one person and now you just slept with about 92 people and don't even know about it, you know? Just because they out doing some stuff that you don't know about. That is a very dangerous life. I mean, you're gambling, you shooting the dice all the time. So I guess if you're a gambler, it's okay. I mean, that's your lifestyles. Kudos to you. I don't know, but before I get with a guy, me and him both got to go to the health department. We both got to be tested. We both got to make sure we're both okay. I don't care condom, no condom, because condoms break. I got to make sure you don't have nothing that you can give me that can affect my life and shorten my lifespan when I'm trying to be here for my children and do the best thing that I can to take care of them and make sure that they're okay. All this stuff that I do is for my children and my significant other and his children. Because I know one day I probably will get married again. And if I'm gonna get married again, I don't want nobody fighting over nothing. In my will, it'd be laid out exactly who gets what and what's what. Some people saying, "Why do you have so many cars? Why are you buying so many cars?" Because I don't want my kids fighting over who gets the car. I don't want my significant other to end up without a car because my kids get the car. You know, it's just materialistic stuff. Oh God, my head itching. Is that a Barbie pin she got? I don't know, but it looks good, so I'm gonna leave it there. No pain, no gain, right? But I mean, I'm just saying. My last relationship taught me a lot. It taught me more than most. And number one, it taught me that I do have the capability of loving someone again. And so the next guy that I love, the next guy that I'm with, it's going to be awesome. We're going to do a lot of stuff. I still got a whole lot of first things to do because I've been up in the house watching children all my life. So that's why I'm trying to get my centers right and everything because I want to travel. I never been on a boat, you know. It's a whole lot of things I never done. I don't know about the skydiving stuff. I thought about it, but then I thought about, ooh, shoot, I might have a heart attack on the way down. That's not gonna be good. So I don't know if I can take that one yet. But if I find that man that I can trust to do that, I would love to do that. I would love to do the what you call it, hand gliding. That, oh, it looks so much fun. You know, um, I would love to do like the big monster races and the big trucks. Yep, I want to do it. You know, there's just so much I want to do. And I think in due time I will be able to do it. And God is the Most High is gonna bless me with the person to do it with. He's gonna bless me with my partner that want to join in with me and make this money and have fun doing it. You know, and basically that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make money and have fun doing it. That's all I can see in my future. And on top of that, I went to see a pastor today who's also a prophet, and he told me that my life is about to be very abundant. Abundance, like lots of money. He said he sees that in my future. So I just need to keep going the way that I'm going. Yeah, some days it's hard. Like today, it was really hard. I didn't really get too much of nothing done. I didn't even check on my house. I got to do some stuff. They want me to do some extra stuff, fill out some paperwork for my house. And it's about to go into closing. So I'll be able to move into there pretty soon. I'm hoping by my birthday. Um, but I mean, I'm just gonna live my life to the fullest. That's one of the things he told me he wanted me to do. I just want you to live your life to the fullest. And so I'm gonna do that. He also told me to get in the church, and I did that Sunday. I went to his mom's church, and I'm thinking about joining it. So I am gonna be in church now, back home with the Most High. And I'm telling y'all, I have missed being with him. I really have. And getting back with the Most High is just so awesome. Because me and the Most High used to be this close. I mean, I pray for an answer. Boom, I get it just like that. I've been praying for an answer for 2 months. And I don't know if I'm ignoring it or if I'm just not hearing it, which is ignoring it still. But it's like I haven't gotten that answer yet. But I also heard this young lady talking about, how you pray for an answer and you think you don't have it. But 2 years down the line, you realize that you had the answer all along. So I'm thinking this might be where I'm at, because God might be giving me the answer, but it ain't the answer I want to hear, you know? It ain't the answer that I want to hear. I don't want to hear, you know, move on, just leave it alone. And I heard that, I heard to be still, you know, and that's what he told me to be still. Hold on, real quick, Miss Jackie. Hey, Chelsea. Who? Um, I don't know. Did the mom tell you? Did she bring her formula in? How many children you got? Okay. What's the name of it? Okay. Do you have her number? What I'll do is I'll call and I'll ask her. Um, I thought I brought her folder in. Let me see. Yeah, I brought her folder in. And she went back to sleep. Okay. Um, I'm gonna come up there. I'm gonna call her mom and see. what type of formula she takes. Because they should have wrote her name on it. Okay. Um. All right. So I'll be up there. All right. Good night. Well, so much for going to sleep. I gotta go to the center here in a few minutes. I guess I'll take all this stuff. Um, yep, I guess I'll take all this stuff up there. Okay. I'm just gonna take all that up there, and I gotta put the new insurance in the car in the truck. But I don't even know what I was talking about. Oh, me going to church. Yeah, me going to church. And me getting this money and the type of guy that I want to help me get this money. Yeah. So that's basically it. As you see, I got my backdrop back. I got both of them. I was just putting it up, see how it would look. But I think I'm not gonna really set up everything until I move in my new house because I have a room that I'm gonna dedicate to the podcast room. I was gonna put my exercising room upstairs, but I think I'm gonna put it down in the basement. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put it down in the basement, and then I'm gonna put an office down there too. So when I'm down in the basement, I can also work. And then I have my office upstairs, and I have my podcast room upstairs. So I won't be using my office for my podcast. Um, I'm hoping that it be lit and that it takes off and that you guys really support me. Um, I know sometimes I don't be talking about too much and nothing, and it's just boring to hear a lady talk, but it's gonna liven up. I'm gonna incorporate my children in it. They funny too. They funny. Um, and I'm just gonna make sure everything is okay. So when I take this stuff up here, I am going to take a drive for a second, clear my head, and then lay down. Oh, yeah, notice my friend is not blowing up my phone no more. Um, Finally found out the truth about him. And he is crazy. He is really crazy. He, God, I gotta run payroll tomorrow. He started texting my phone all crazy. He got mad at me because he wanted to see me. And I had a few tours to do, and I had the interview to do this evening. So I couldn't see him. Oh my God. When I say he flipped to like I've never seen any man flip before. I mean, I get it. You want to see me. Okay, I get it. But you could have handled that way better than you did, bro. Way better, you know? So he blew up my phone a little bit, um, cussing me out. And when I didn't respond or didn't look at it, he stopped. Um, he texted me a little bit ago asking me how I am. I still didn't respond, you know. I'm at the point till um, when they do something like that to me and it they try to take away from my energy because I vibrate at a high energy, I'm like sometimes I think I'm so gifted till it doesn't even make sense. But I don't need anybody taking that away from me. You know, I need to be where somebody is going to pour into me, and allow me to pour into them. And I just need to be where I feel important and I want to make my person feel important. And that's basically all it is about. It's not about anything other than that. And I don't think most men understand that part of it. Most of us, we're just looking for somebody that's gonna be there for us, without the BS. Who wants to go through BS? Some of us are just too old to be going through BS. Like, I really don't want to go through BS. Like, and that's just the bottom line. Like, I just don't want to go through BS. But I gotta go drop the rent in the mailbox. Bills gotta still get paid. Yep. Oh shoot. I did that all wrong. Do I got another envelope? Probably. Probably so. Mm, yeah. But I just don't want to go through it. I don't. Yeah, I'll walk away from somebody that I think is gonna take me through some heartbreak again. Yeah, because I just don't want to go through it, you know. And I know my guy, he's thinking, you know, will I take him back or could we start again? Because he's probably missing me as much as I miss him. But the fact of the matter is, he wouldn't want to do the work. I already know that. He wouldn't want to do the work as far as building the trust. And he would have to build my trust back. Because right now I don't trust it. You just walked out. How do I know you're not gonna do that again? And that part, you know. So I'm gonna go do this, take this stuff up there, and then I am going to mail off my rent. Put my little money that I made today in the bank. Made 250 off application fees. So I'm gonna put that in the bank and I'm gonna try to keep it moving. And I'm gonna tell y'all to do the same. Whether you broken, whether you not broken, um, just keep it moving. Don't let nobody stop your shine. Don't let nobody dim your light. Just keep on doing you and see where the Most High take you. Can't go wrong with him. I say give him a shot. He's doing wonders for me. So I'm a walking testimony. He is doing so much for me. So give him a shot. See where he takes you. You might like what you end up with. That's all I'm saying. All right, until next time.